Hey everyone, welcome to the Tiny Chats podcast. I'm your host Kristen, and today I'm here with my friends
Dave and Alicia, and Pepe too.
So we met in Baja. You know what's so funny? I don't think I told y'all this. I didn't think you guys were like happy when Carolee and I showed up.
Oh, really?
It was like the four, like you and you both, and then Jack and Amanda. And I was like, oh, they don't seem like they like us.
Oh, that's so funny.
But now that I know you, I know that it was just because like
we're
you
just
were probably
chilling.
tired.
We're just kind of monotone a lot.
Yeah,
just chilling.
No, and then afterwards, like after we all hung out once, after that, I was like, I really like them.
Okay.
That's me too.
Oh, that's good to hear.
No, but I always feel like when you like immediately like meet people, sometimes when you enter a group and there's already like a group that's been hanging out for like a while, it always feels a little weird.
Oh.
But then we all became really tight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw y'all, and then all of a sudden, Carolee was there, and then she wasn't there. And I was like, where did she go?
Yeah.
What's going on? So.
I feel like I stole y'all away from Steph and Alejo.
Oh no, not at all.
No, it was great though.
Yeah.
And it was, for me, like I hadn't seen Steph and Alejo in 2 years.
That's what she
So
was
then
saying. Yeah.
I was so excited to see
Yeah.
them and then meet y'all.
Yeah.
And it was so great.
I know, it was awesome.
And here we are now in San Diego.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
crazy.
What the heck? Isn't it crazy how that works?
We
Did you
met.
absolutely love Baja?
100%.
It was your first time, right?
Yeah, first time.
Okay.
First time.
And how long have y'all been on the road?
Just over a year. Yep.
You just
February 16th? Yeah,
It's
16th.
been a year now. We picked a date, and we were like, well, let's just try to do Christmas. I think we originally were going to go earlier. Mm-hmm. We got sick, and we settled on Christmas, and then Christmas came, and we were like, it's time to go. It's now or never.
Yep.
And it changed our whole trip.
Oh my God, I love it.
And we were
Yeah.
feeling better too, which took a long time. So we were a little concerned, and then he hurt his back as well and was really bummed he wasn't going to get to do any activities in Baja, like kayaking.
Really? Yeah.
He was like in bed for
We were
like
so
days.
sick for like a month before, for like probably the month of December.
Was it COVID?
We didn't take the test.
Oh, okay.
We didn't follow through with it because we were just going to stay in the van anyways.
Yeah, and it was
Okay.
like 35 a test. I
remember
think
seeing-
$35 a test or something like
You
that.
see people walking on the beach and you just see them enjoying their life, and you're like, I hope you guys understand what it's like to be just feeling good.
Yeah.
Started feeling better, cracked my back, and it just, it put me in bed for like 10 days.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I'm not going to get to surf. So
Couldn't even like sit comfortably, so laying down was
Oh,
like,
shit.
yeah.
we got to Baja de Concepcion, and it fixed my back.
Really?
It was finally better by then.
Yeah, that was a big turning point for sure.
Oh, that's amazing. Did you like do anything special or you just...
No, I just finally was feeling good. We started kayaking around the bay, and
Yeah.
that's why that place is so great to us.
Oh my God, I love that place.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
so magical there. It's just so nice to like relax and kayak or paddleboard. And
Yeah.
the freaking stingrays that we saw
Yes.
there. Yeah. How long were you on Baja total?
2 months.
Okay, it was 2 months.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just a little over 2 months. But it was so much fun.
Yeah, it was. It was awesome.
What'd you think of Escapar, since that was like your first, right? That was your
First van
first
meetup.
van meetup.
Yeah,
What'd you
awesome.
think?
I thought it was awesome.
Yeah, a lot of fun. I think it exceeded our expectations.
Yep.
Of course, if we didn't meet you, Maddie, Steph and Alejo, and Jack and Amanda, particularly, I think
different.
it would have been way different.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. It's always so nice when you have a good group that like clicks so well together.
Yeah, I agree.
I feel like
Yeah.
none of us were like crazy partiers, but like we liked a little bit.
Like that's, you
but,
know, a lot
like-
of fun, yeah.
Yeah.
but not too much.
It's just
No, it
crazy
was-
how
it
you
was
just
great.
start meeting people, though. If Jack and Amanda never pulled up next to us, if I never hit up Steph on
Yeah, 'cause y'all
Instagram.
met them on the way down,
Yep.
and then you were in Los Cerritos when you saw Steph and Alejo.
We saw
And
them.
we also saw them right before that. And
Okay.
Yeah, I hit up Steph. I saw they were looking for a place right when they pretty much crossed the border in Mulahay.
Okay.
And I said, hey, at the campground, there's like 2 spaces if you guys get here soon. you know, because it was filling up. And she's like, oh, thanks. Like, we'll check it out. And then we were walking Pepe, and then we walked up, and they were just pulling in. So we chatted for a little bit, but we didn't really get to know them until, I would say, Loretto?
A couple weeks later.
Yeah, in Loretto. Yeah. And they ended up at the same campground. Jack and Amanda ended up there too. They finally got to meet Jack and Amanda, and then we all went out to dinner, and it was awesome. So
in Baja, was that kind of your first time, like, also making friends on the road? Like, had you really hung
like
out with
good
people
friends,
before?
I would say.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because we met people, like, you know, ever so often on the road, but no one that really, like, lingered and that we connected with, I would say.
Yeah, one guy was super cool, but we were still a little defensive about everything. And he's like, oh, you're going to Baja, I can give you all kinds of tips and this and that. He's like, come to my house and just stay with us, we'll have dinner. And it was just like so much so fast.
Yeah.
I think this version of us would probably jump on it.
Yeah, Baja definitely changed.
I think we were still a little closed up by then. This is like Salt Lake City.
Like earlier.
Maybe in October.
Okay. September-ish.
Gotcha.
Yeah, or maybe he was just trying to convert us.
Maybe. I feel like Baja is like, are you talking about to Mormon?
To Mormon. Yeah. Maybe that was his.
That's so funny. I feel like Baja is such a good way to like throw you into the fire in a sense, and just like really like challenges your van life experience in a way that you just are like, I can do anything.
Yeah, it changed everything.
Yeah. I'm glad we went solo too originally. I think that really like pushed our comfort zone, and we learned a lot about ourselves and
would you like recommend, what we can handle. So a lot of people say like don't do a solo, which I mean, yeah, you're not really solo because you're together, but you're in one van.
Right.
Would you do that again, or would you recommend to people that they caravan?
I would say do it solo, but that's just...
well, you have to consider if you're like a solo female or something.
Sure.
Yeah.
If it were a couple like us, sure.
Yeah.
I didn't really feel in danger or anything like that, like once. Make good decisions, you know.
Do research.
You know, be smart about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, good question for you. Would you go solo?
I would say, knowing what I know now, yeah, but in the beginning, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, I would never go solo, or I guess I would caravan down to La Paz, and the Southern Circle I would be totally fine doing alone.
Yeah.
North is so different.
Yeah.
But
it's just those like, you know, you go 4 hours without cell signal, and like, what if you get a flat tire or something? It's like, you just have no help. I mean, and it does help that I have the Starlink and I could like put that up.
Yeah.
But
True.
it's also just like, what if someone comes and you're alone? And it's just, that part's scary.
That was a big concern before we went down.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I know how to change a tire. I got the right tools. I stumbled across an excellent Facebook group where there was like updates on road conditions.
Oh, that's cool.
That comforted me a lot.
Yeah.
Just knowing that they have like their own version of a AAA.
Okay.
On the peninsula.
Yeah.
So for the most part,
what's the name of it? Something Angels.
I think they call themselves the Green Angels.
Green Angels.
The Green Angels. Okay.
Yeah.
And you
it's
know,
a Facebook group, you said?
The Facebook group was Talk Baja.
Oh, okay.
I think there's a couple more, but there was a ton of information that helped us kind of learn our way through, especially crossing the border, getting your FMM.
Before we like met anybody down there who had like been there before, and
open up like Apple Maps, like switch to satellite view. You try to figure out where the office is and what the parking lot is like, and like, okay, this is what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna do.
Are you talking about the immigration office?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To do all that stuff.
I fucked that up.
Yeah.
So I didn't get mine, and I ended up being fine.
Oh, that's so interesting.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend doing that because there's kind of like this like fear hanging over your head of like, if you get pulled over and they ask for that, like, you know, me and Maddie had made the decision we were just going to say like, oh, someone stole our bag with it or something.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Because they don't stamp your passport or anything. So like, I guess.
And you crossed back fine, so that closes the book on it. What a badge of honor.
Yeah.
I know. Well, I was freaking out. Like, we did some research, and several people were like, we were fine. And when we had some friends who made the same mistake and went back in. And I mean, it's like $35, so I would have rather have gotten it.
Yeah.
But
of course.
we crossed all the way through Mexicali, and we were like exiting the city, and we were like, oh shit, we don't have. Where was the office?
Okay.
Such a different border crossing versus like Canada.
Oh my god.
Canada was, I mean, for us being from New York, when we go there so often, it's so different. It's just like, look at your passport. Do you have any guns, drugs? Okay, you're good to go.
Right.
Like, it's nothing that detailed. I think probably get searched now. I don't know, because of COVID.
We've never taken the van.
Yeah, we haven't taken the van,
but we drive over to Niagara a lot.
Yeah,
just
Toronto's
'cause of where
only
we are.
like 3 hours from our home city, so.
Yeah.
Okay, so I did 2 border crossings into Canada. Maddie and I, we went for Montreal Pride.
Okay.
And crossing in, we went into a more popular one, and my dumbass, they were like, you know, I made sure I didn't have any weed. I like, got rid of my pepper spray. I, you know, was following everything right.
Right.
But I knew CBD was legal there, so I didn't even think about it, I guess. So when they said, like, do you have any CBD? I'm a dumbass, and I was like, yeah, but it's legal here, right? And they were like, yeah, that doesn't mean that you can bring it in.
Oh, shit.
And I was like, damn.
Dope.
And I had a shit ton,
Oh,
right?
no.
Like, I had so much, but I was just like, okay, well, I've got this one vial. And they were like, okay, well, we need you to, you know, basically
nice
be
about
searched.
it?
And I was like, okay.
Okay.
And I actually might have had a few other things to help me sleep. So,
But we didn't mention those.
yeah, so I was very nervous, but literally they just had me hand it to them, and they didn't like inspect anything, and
That's interesting.
they did like write like a case that I had to sign. So I don't know if like next time if I cross in, they're gonna be like,
you can't play
we're gonna
stupid.
search you.
Yeah.
Now we
type
know
of
you
thing.
know.
Yeah, I also got a ticket there and that I didn't pay because it was like $250.
Oh, boy.
So I also don't know if like that shows up when you cross back in.
Good question. I wonder.
Yeah,
There's a
no
warrant.
idea.
There's a warrant for your arrest
Right?
as soon as you cross the border. Such a badass over here. Oh my God.
But anyways, on the way back in, the freaking border crossing, like, it's crazy seeing like the difference in like Mexico and Canada, because crossing back in, I'm not even kidding, it was like a shack in the woods. We were the only people in sight.
Wow.
And yeah, I mean, he was just like, what were you in Canada for? And we were like, Montreal Pride. He was like, sounds fun. Have a nice day. I'm just like, okay.
Yeah, much nicer.
Thanks. It was wild.
Did you get searched in Mexico on the way back up?
No, not by U.S.
Yeah, same. It was
Some
like
of the-
So
real
easy.
quick.
Yeah, some of the military people checked on the way back up, the military checkpoints. But yeah, no, I didn't have any on the issues. Maddie did.
The plants. Remember that?
Sucks.
Yeah.
That
They're
sucks.
hanging right above her head.
Yeah.
So
Like, yeah, those gotta stay.
Right. So for anyone
they're in the
listening, like
back.
Maddie's plants got taken.
Yeah.
Which I can't even imagine. She had like 50 plants
I
in
know.
there. That freaking, maybe that's an exaggeration, but she at least had 20.
Yeah.
There was quite a bit. So that freaking sucks.
That does suck.
But so note to anyone listening, if you go to Baja next year, don't bring back like eggs, meat. Really, you shouldn't do alcohol too, I think.
I'm not sure.
They did ask me actually, and I was like, I have like one beer in the fridge, because I'm a horrible liar on the spot, and
it's all about confidence.
yeah. And they were like, yeah,
I know.
all right,
Right?
sounds
Like,
good.
You have anything to declare? Like, we bought a lot of soy chorizo in Mexico. We're bringing it back right now because it's really good.
Well, no, we didn't. But I was like, that's not meat.
Yeah.
So what are they gonna say? Like,
Can you imagine them just laughing at us like, just go.
Yeah.
Just get out of here.
I almost thought about buying a bunch of eggs and lying, because
I know.
apparently there's an egg crisis here
Yeah.
in the
They
U.S.
were really
Yeah.
cheap.
Yeah, which I would say, like, in the grocery store so far, they haven't seemed like that much more expensive.
I haven't noticed.
I think we
Who
missed
knows?
it. I think we missed
Yeah,
it.
it was probably while we
At
were
the
gone.
farmers markets here, though, it was like $10 for a dozen.
Oh,
I
that's
was like,
ridiculous.
Whew.
$1 per egg.
Oh my gosh.
That's a lot.
That is a lot.
I guess it's good that you don't eat eggs,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I've been eating them more. But yeah, still, I prefer to get them from a farmer. But at $10 a dozen, I'm like, maybe not.
Yeah, it's expensive.
Yeah. I'm totally missing Baja weather right now, though.
Yes.
Like this cloudy. Actually, it's not too cloudy today. It's actually kind of nice.
Yeah.
Oh, this is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we learned that crossing over on Christmas turned out to be a little bit of a good decision because we seem to have dodged a lot of the rush that they get down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On
Yeah,
the way back
totally.
up, everything was so much more busy, and I think they were actually more expensive.
Yeah, I think the
one of
Loretto
one of the campgrounds. I think,
Romanita went up like 50 pesos
Oh,
since we
really?
were there.
Oh,
Yeah.
shoot.
We couldn't find a
Interesting.
spot when we pulled in there too, so
Yeah.
but that one's
Okay.
always packed
Yeah.
anyway. So
Yeah, for
just
sure.
stayed on the street.
I
but-
know it was this weird feeling of like I'm glad I'm getting out now because everything feels so packed, but then also the FOMO was so
oh yeah, for
I
sure.
know.
Ah,
I know.
so real. Like that whole dog thing that's being built, like the dog
Yeah.
rescue.
Yeah.
And everyone's
We were
going to
literally
these
right
events.
there.
I used
just
to go there
chilling.
like every day, and now you guys are gonna do everything.
Right, right. What the heck?
I like dogs. I like coffee. I left too early.
I
Yeah.
was sitting there for 4 hours before we left watching the game.
I would go there and watch the Bills games until they lost, and I'd sit there for like 4 hours. The owner was so nice to me.
Got the sample empanada,
Yeah, you
a
gave me
hot
an
dog
empanada.
the first time too.
Oh.
Was that a hot dog?
No, I think that was Brie.
Okay.
But yeah, if you hang out there long enough, you get some,
Yeah, because they're always sampling new
some free
food.
Oh, that's pretty
Yeah.
cool. I actually never went to that place.
Really?
I should have.
It was good.
Yeah. it
Was
really
that
good.
the vegan
Cafe, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah.
We saw it as soon as we pulled into
cool.
Cerritos.
Yeah, the sandwich I
Plant-based.
got. Yeah, the sandwich I got was really good.
Are you guys
Tasting.
gonna go back next year?
I think we're thinking about it. We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the plan. We want to
Okay.
make it happen again.
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
3 months maybe this time instead of 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
There
see.
are other things I would like to go do. I mean, we didn't do Cabo Pomo.
Yeah, so we want to do
gotta do
that.
Cabo Pomo.
Yeah,
But
we
I
said
also-
next year for sure.
Yeah, we're so unprepared. Like, I think if we're gonna go, we want to have paddle boards or a surfboard,
Yeah,
stuff like that.
Starlink I think would be
Oh.
awesome.
Yeah.
Starlink would be dope.
Starlink is so
So-
helpful.
That or
Did it
actually
work?
get Telcel.
Did
Yeah.
it work out there?
It worked everywhere.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
So if we're gonna go, I guess we can do it the right way.
Right.
There's some. I don't know if they're hot springs. Rancho San Dionisio
Sounds
up
familiar.
in the mountains has nice like a mountain spring thing.
Oh, is that the one you pick your fruit? That one?
That
I'm
sounds
not sure.
amazing. I don't even know of this
yeah,
place.
there's
Yeah.
one. Another couple was telling us about like you go and you pick your own fruit. I believe it just depends what's in season, and
Yeah.
yeah, I think
it's-
Amy was telling us about that.
Okay.
It's expensive to stay there, but they wanted to
Okay.
at least do like a couple nights, and like
Interesting.
go up there and pick
Heck
food.
yeah.
And there's like a communal kitchen. I can't remember what else was
What?
up there.
That sounds
Yeah.
so cool.
Lots
Yeah.
of stuff to do.
What's it called?
What was it called again? You don't know? You don't
Is this
remember?
in Rancho?
It was.
I don't know.
I can't think of it off the top of my head
Yeah.
right now.
Okay.
It's been too long already.
Yeah. Well, maybe next year what we can do is plan to like go down like get to La Paz, or even I feel like if you get to like Bahia Concepcion, that's
Yeah.
at least like halfway through the difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where it
Zone.
starts.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was where it all changed for me.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree. There's really not a whole lot in between there. There's like a few decent like stopping points along the way, but
Yeah.
like to really spend time. I mean, Maddie and I throughout the course of the 2.5 months spent 20 days in Bahia Concepcion.
It's amazing.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
like us with Cerritos.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
Yeah, I love
we
it.
stayed in Mulahay, like 15 minutes from Cocos and everything.
Yeah.
We stayed there for like 5 days, like almost a whole week, because when we had just gotten into the country and I was still like real defensive and like trying to get used to being where we were.
Yeah.
So we would just get to a campground and I would just veg out for a little bit, like a few days, get some food and just relax and like,
Almost like acclimating.
yeah, and we're
Right.
like leaving. We drove like 15 minutes, stumbled across these beautiful beaches, and we're like, well, I guess we did this wrong. we should have driven a little bit.
We were actually going to go there to one of the beach spots on Overlander, but it was getting late, and then we found Don Chano's. That's where we
Yeah.
stayed.
Yeah.
And we were like, let's just stay here,
Yeah.
shower.
Hindsight, I don't know what I was so worried about,
I know.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that fear of the unknown, I think.
Yes.
And just that like discomfort of it's
Yeah.
not your home country and just,
Yeah.
yeah, just the fear of everything.
Now it's
I
like,
think-
I'll go to Baja. Yeah, let's go to Baja.
Yeah.
I think
Let's
that's
go.
why I think everyone should experience that. Like when, I don't know, just you're with your significant other or another van friend and
Yeah.
just sorting all that out together. I think it just
Oh yeah.
Just figure out like what you can handle, what you can't handle.
I was getting pretty burnt out before we went.
Yeah,
So this
same.
was a huge, like, breath of fresh air.
Oh, that's awesome. Just burnt out from van life in general.
Oh yeah. I mean, I was also sick, and it was getting dark at like 5 o'clock.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
You know, that
4
time
o'clock
of year.
even.
That time of year sucks.
Yeah, the winter's hard.
So coming out from that, it was like,
Yeah.
this is what we wanted. It was like exactly what we
It
were
was
expecting.
exactly what I wanted.
Just wanted
What would be like your top go-to place if you could tell anybody like heading to Baja that they need to go to?
top go-to.
I know my answer.
Go ahead.
Toto Santos.
Really?
Toto Santos, and I'm also including like Cerritos.
Okay.
We didn't go to La Pastora, but I know there's lots of beaches there. Cerritos was a great time. Totos, the town was awesome. The food, all the stuff you need is there. The grocery stores,
Right.
the water fill-up place. So I really liked that section of Baja.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll throw mine in there too.
Yeah.
It's the same.
Really?
Yeah, I think I do really like Loreto, but I think for me to say like that would be a favorite, I think I'm just missing a lot with Toto Santos, and then also throwing in Cerritos in there too. I think if someone had to go, or not had to go, but if someone wanted to go, I would say at least get down that far, even if you didn't want to do the loop.
Oh, if you're that far, you gotta go.
Yeah, you gotta do the loop.
And you know what? La Paz was pretty awesome too. It was
La Paz was pretty cool.
La Paz
Super.
is great because there's a lot of good food.
Yeah, like I totally didn't expect that. I don't know. We were too intimidated by the city. We kind of avoided
at first,
it.
yeah.
I think that like when you got the Airbnb in La Paz, it seems like that was really helpful
yeah.
to be able to like get out and explore. And I think next year that's probably what I would do.
Yes.
Go to the place that y'all went.
Yep. And the van is safe. You can leave for like several hours. You don't have to worry about it.
Totally. Yeah, because there was a few times when I went in town to like eat or something where just the anxiety of like when I got there, like the last time I was in Baja and I got broken into while parked on the side of a street. It's just kind of that PTSD.
I forget about that. Yeah, that's gotta be stuck in your mind.
And even not having that happen, like worrying about that happening because you hear about it happening to other people.
Totally.
So it's like,
dang
it.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I know that also happens here in the U.S., but it's just kind of that like that trigger of this is what it looked like when I got broken into before. And I remember when I got into La Paz, and it was the first time that we had gotten somewhere where I needed to leave my van in a city, and my security system wasn't working, and I went into a full-on anxiety attack. We were just trying to do laundry, and I'm like hyperventilating, like I'm not going to be right.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't need to do it anymore.
Yeah.
But basically, we just hurried and went back and forth, and I figured out what was wrong with my security system, and then it was all fine. But yeah, super stressful. But honestly, now that I've done Baja again, I have a completely different like feeling on it. I feel so much better. And then we were there when all of the like cartel stuff was kind of happening
in mainland.
Yeah, but I didn't feel like threatened at all.
Same.
Like so many people were, oh my God, you're in Baja, like please be careful. And I'm like, it's not here.
Yeah,
it's very interesting.
it is very interesting.
I mean, something to definitely be aware of, but
For sure.
now that we've like been through there, it's like, and I also get a huge impression from like watching other couples' stories that have gone to mainland. It's just so different. Like, like it's different in a special way, but I think mainland is a completely different beast. I don't know. Didn't worry about any of that stuff.
Yeah, same.
Like you'll see military walking around in the town square, and I think that's why they're there.
Right.
But other than that,
it's kind of
so
protect the
freaking
tourists
nice.
too.
Yeah.
Everybody was so awesome.
Yeah, I
so
thought
nice.
everyone was so nice, so
Little
helpful.
kids asked me if I was Mexican.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
You think I'm Mexican? This is awesome.
Yeah, he was like, do you speak Spanish? Or something like that.
Like, no.
That's
No.
so cute.
No, I speak English. And then they was like, do you speak?
You speak English?
He's like, oh, un poquito.
Yeah. Yeah. He wasn't shy at all.
Oh, that's
A little
adorable.
bit.
That's so cute. So is Baja your favorite place that you've been to, like, in the van at all?
I would say, yeah.
Yeah,
Really?
I'm gonna have to say
Okay.
yeah.
I was thinking about it. I was like scanning through the whole country in my head real quick. Yeah.
I can name 3 places, or like a top 3 places. Baja, obviously one of them.
Okay.
And she probably could guess them right off the bat. That I don't know what makes Baja separate. Like I made a comment a couple times down there. It's like I feel like I'm in a giant national park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, I feel that.
it's like when you go to a national park for a few days or a week or something, and you're like, oh man, it's like this whole place is it.
Yeah.
Right.
What would your other 2 top places be?
Mine.
Yeah. Top 3. Top 3 van life spots.
I'm gonna say Sedona and Glacier.
That's exactly what I was gonna
I
say.
haven't been to Glacier yet. I'm so excited to go there.
Because
Yes, you
Montana
must.
fucking rules.
Yeah.
Montana was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also really love Washington, like the Hoh Rainforest,
yeah.
which I know you just recently
Yep.
posted about.
Yep.
So
Oof.
magical.
Yeah. There's a lot of really good places in this country. I think we're just
Damn, that's a good
talking
one
to someone
too.
else about that.
So
What?
that'd probably be like number 4.
Okay. I know.
Like
See?
Olympic. And
Yeah.
probably San Diego.
Time is just so weird on the road. It's like so easy to forget about these places sometimes.
Yes, I know. And then, everything kind of just like flows together, and you're like, how long ago was I there?
Yeah.
It feels like yesterday, but it was actually like 3 years ago. Like, you're like, what is time?
And then you run into people, oh, you've been to Ho? Like, oh, cool, I got so many questions. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool to meet people that have gone to these weird places. I think before van life, we didn't really do much of the national park stuff. So.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think I really ever hit a national park before van life.
It was always just like
I'm pretty new to
when
it.
we're older, we'll road trip around and do
Exactly.
it. And it's like I don't think some of these things that we've done I could do
Yeah.
Oh, no
when I'm
shot.
older.
No.
Like so, I'm glad that we're doing it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
for
gonna
sure.
retire and do Angels Landing. Or the
Yeah,
Narrows.
right?
Like,
No, isn't that crazy?
yeah.
Have you done Angel's Landing yet?
No, that's
Probably
that's the
soon.
goal.
You need to. It's so
Yeah, probably
awesome.
soon.
I'm determined in putting the good juju out there that we're gonna get picked
Yes.
Yeah.
for the day before Lotto if I stay long enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna
We'll
say,
see.
did you put in your?
No, it's already closed.
Oh shoot. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like he like looked
I'm
when we
gonna
were in
be-
Cabo
Yeah.
actually, and he's like, "Oh, I already missed the
I'm
window."
gonna be responsible and look it up now. I'm like, you already missed it, you fucking idiot.
by like a few days, right? It was like,
Yes.
I missed it by like a day or 2. I was like, of course.
so we'll just go
Shit.
there and just do the day of and see what happens.
Yeah.
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 Did you do Angel Landing?
I did before it got permitted.
Oh, okay. And
Yeah.
that's right. And it was crowded as fuck.
It was super crowded, super dangerous, and I didn't necessarily feel like the hike itself. Like, yes, the hike can be dangerous,
Right.
especially like I heard someone talking about how a snowstorm came in while they were doing
Yeah.
the hike, and
Aw.
like they literally thought they were gonna fall off the edge. Which,
Terrifying.
It's crazy.
Sounds so scary. I can't even remember who
like
it was that I was
1,500
talking to that did that. They said at one point they actually were just hanging onto the chain
No.
because they slipped.
This
And
is
I just,
awesome! I'll never forget this.
I'm like, absolutely not. But it felt more dangerous because like you're trying to get around people, and so like you're holding on to, you have to like let go to like go around someone.
Yeah.
And that's what felt dangerous, not necessarily the hike in itself.
Right.
So I'm glad that they made it permitted, and it was just like, I mean, there's times where you're just like in a backed up line, just like trying to get it
That
like
sucks.
past.
Yeah.
It was really frustrating. So I think it's smart that they did that, but it
Yeah.
does suck. That,
No, it's
Yeah.
definitely the right move.
Yeah. I'm so sad that y'all are heading like all the way back east for the summer. Really soon, right? Like in a month?
Oh, don't
Yeah.
remind me.
Yeah, eventually probably stay here while the weather's nice, and then
So yeah,
slowly
we'll
make our way back.
hopefully hit Angel's Landing as a highlight on the trip back east. Make some money. That'll be a big highlight, and then try to get back west as soon as we can.
Yeah, hell
Yeah.
yeah. And I can't
sure.
wait to see you guys.
I know.
It'll fly by though, because I
will.
feel like that's how it always is.
It
You
will.
like go like 2 years without seeing someone, and you're like, oh shit,
Yep.
what is time?
Yeah, you just pick right back up where you left off. So.
Yes, and then we'll go have more margaritas in Baja.
Yes. Oh, I can't
All the
wait.
margarita, and Pepe will be so happy about it.
We're gonna come back.
I love
Come
his
back
little
with a
face.
fierce margarita addiction.
Yeah.
Yes. Seriously. Well, thank you so much for being on the podcast.
Thanks
I
for
have
having
enjoyed
us.
my
Thanks for
time
having
with
us.
y'all so much.
Thank
Okay,
you.
so where can people find you so they can follow along your journey?
Our Instagram, it's Alicia and Dave, and that's usually where we're posting. So
That's about it.
Awesome. And
Yeah.
I'll tag it below in the information. So Thanks so much for tuning in. Head over to YouTube to watch this because there's also going to be a van tour at the end of this of the DIY van that you all made, which is going to be so awesome to show everyone. And make sure that you subscribe to YouTube and also like, comment, share, and leave a review on your favorite podcasting source. Thanks for watching, friends. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, I'm Alicia. Come in. Just like any van, everything gets tossed in the front. Okay, so this seat swivels. This one does too, actually, but we don't really use that one. This one can swivel any direction. We usually just like have an extra seat up in front for friends or if we're hanging out. So just got some more storage up here, yoga mat, other random things that we don't really need that much. Just kind of live up there. Okay, so this is our kitchen. Up here is like mostly just food storage. Some toiletries over here. More storage. Toaster oven that we rarely use, but it's still good to have. This is our other main kitchen drawer. And then down here is our fridge, and then our cooktop is right here. And the rest over here, this is just like our garbage and cleaning supplies. Our power unit is actually in here, it's a Blue Eddy. And this is like our bathroom drawer, so it's got like toothbrushes and stuff like that in there. And then our water tank is under here, and we have 30 gallons of water. And then there's also this little storage tow kick. Just more shoes and Pepe supplies. This side is our pantry. This is the baño. Not gonna open that. But it's like storage and baño. So this is our dinette. We don't normally convert it every day, but if we're chilling in a spot for a while, we'll convert it. Table swivels out of the way. And then we have a piece that goes here as well, so we can make it U-shaped to fit even more people. And then it converts to our bed. And then underneath in here is just more additional storage on both sides. And then up here is clothing storage. So this is all mine, and then Dave's is all on this side. And then we also installed the skylight up here, which is nice to creep on your friends. Hey, come on in. I'm Alicia.
Hi, I'm Alicia. Come on in.
It's like any van. Everyone.
You're doing good. You're crushing it.
This is a swivel seat. Okay,
And go.
Thanks for coming and checking out our van.